And welcome back to another episode. I am so excited that you have joined us today because we have an amazing lineup of empowering women that I am so delighted to have the opportunity to spend time with today and get to know them a little bit better. So, our first guest is the amazing and beautiful Asia Lee. How are you?
I'm fantastic. So great to be here with you, Rhonda.
You and I have known each other for a long time, but this is the first time that we really have had an opportunity to deep dive. And I know that you have an amazing story and you're getting ready to share that on the TEDx stage. So tell us a little bit about what we should expect when you hit when you hit that stage and when you're talking about all the amazing things that you do.
Well, the stage is really not about the amazing things that I do, but the struggles, and I'm hoping to empower others so that whatever struggles that they're going through, to know that they are a masterpiece, the masterful creator, but also the artist of their life. So I use the metaphor of being the canvas as well as the artist. Life doesn't always go as planned. And our past, if we understood and understand that we can create, this beautiful work, which is our life. And that is what I'm trying to convey with this talk, is showing them where I was, where I am now, and hopefully people can take this action step of empowering themselves and knowing that they are powerful creators of their life.
I think a lot of women like to hear the stories from other women because it makes them feel a little less alone. And a lot of times, too, I think as we go through our life journey, we experience different things at different times in our lives. So there are times that you and I could have had a conversation that may not have seemed relevant 5 years ago, but it's more relevant than ever today. And I think that is why a lot of people are attracted to these types of empowering, I call them sessions, because it gives people, I think, hope, opportunity, and allows them to also speak to the people where you are tangible. This is a what we'll call a live event. So at the event itself, you are tangible. It is not where you're coming in on a Zoom call. You're physically going to be there in the presence. And I know that you do have an amazing history. I know that you've had your struggles. I don't know if you're interested or willing to kind of share a little bit about Asia Lee and who you are.
Yes. So a lot of people see my life now, which is phenomenal, so beautiful, in every aspect, family, career, and I'm pretty content. So I haven't really wanted to amplify my voice, because my life is content. But I realize that I have so much to give. And by sharing my stories and my struggles and where I came from, it really, so my story is, um, when I was around five, I grew up in this beautiful, enchanting island called Jeju, South Korea, and I was abducted and adopted into a family in Dix Hills, a cult, which was very restrictive. So, especially during COVID, a lot of people can relate to the loss, loss of a loved one, loss of things that they cared about, or the comfort of their known. So now imagine, like, everything familiar to you, losing that. And that was incredibly difficult. And when I stepped out of the cult at 16, it wasn't into the loving embrace of family or anybody I knew. I was totally excommunicated, which made me even more alone and lost. So coming from that to where I am now, it's and how I got there is just taking one small, they say to the mile, how does that saying go? But to really to get anywhere, even 1,000 miles, you just take one step. And for me, I heard of this challenge of doing one thing, um, to challenge yourself that you have to do it every day, like to do this one thing. And it can really be anything. And it sounds so simple, but how often do we say we're going to work out or not eat this or whatever? Like that one thing is so difficult. And it was so challenging for me. I chose a sunrise and made this commitment to myself just to do it for 7 days because it was a time in my life that I had a difficult time even just getting out of bed. And I thought this would be a challenge for me. And that after the 7 days, I'm like, "Wow." So I decided, "All right, one more," and that one more turned to weeks and months and years. And now I don't do it as much, because I have so many other morning habits. I try to do it as often as I can. I implemented so many great habits, which is like meditation, journaling, breath work, besides my morning routine and healthy eating and stuff like that. So my whole life from mind, body, spirit is just incredibly disciplined. But it took just doing that one thing. It started off with one thing because if you try to do too much, it's overwhelming. You won't do anything. But if you just choose one action, it could be meditation, it could be whatever it is for you that you want to work out and be consistent. The key is to be consistent. Even Dr. Joe Dispenza, he has this morning meditation where people's lives are being totally transformed. People that have had severe illnesses or allergies or all these different things in wheelchairs. And that's because they were consistent with the meditation. Um, so whatever your one thing is, it's about being consistent. And also for you to know that whatever you're going through, you are not alone. Like what we see in this tangible world, you may feel alone. But if you connect with the heart, connect with nature, connect with the humanity, you are loved. I mean, within my talk, I communicate how we are all connected. And once you deep dive into yourself and you become connected, you attract and you become all the things that you want to receive and be. Because we don't get what we want, because that is outside, you're chasing. But once you realize you are the creator, the masterpiece, the canvas, whatever you want to call yourself, and also to know how you can shape your life. And it starts with just one brushstroke. It just starts with that one action and being consistent. And you'll see how beautiful your life can become because not only just doing that one brushstroke, the other is visualize how you want your life to be. Like, how do you want this canvas of your life to look like when it's finished? And for me, I was in such a deep, dark place. All I wanted was happiness. And not only have I achieved like happiness. It's like a deep bliss. Every morning, I literally start off with like this tears of gratitude and bliss because I have worked to get here. And I want people to know that whatever you want to achieve is possible.
I love it. And I think that that message is so strong. And I love that you were able to carve out some time today to talk to us about who Asia Lee is and what we should be looking forward to. I know that I enjoy following you on social media. Others should look you up as well. You post beautiful sayings, you post inspirational quotes, lovely photos, which I believe most of them have been taken by yourself. And I think that when people learn to love a little bit, the world is just a better place. So, Ajalee, thank you so much for joining us today. And I'm looking forward to your talk. I will be there at the end of the month. And thank you again. Again, if people want to follow you, how can they find you?
Asia um, Asia I believe on Facebook I post regularly. I am trying to get better at other social media stuff, and I will after this talk.
It's your one thing at a time. So I
Yes.
love it. Well, once again, follow Ajalee. She has an amazing story. Stay tuned. We're going to get ready to bring you another guest.